After worlds collide, money gets banked. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlog who always tells it like it is. Damn you, Trick Williams! You didn't even have the decency to lose the title last Tuesday either. Still, 4-2, can't complain about that. Or can't complain more about that, anyway. Also, since I know next to nothing about AAA, I won't be predicting Worlds Collide, except to say that both the AAA Mega Championship and the NXT North American Championship will not change hands. Whether I'm right or wrong about that, I won't add it to my prediction record. Alright, that out of the way. Let's talk Money in the Bank. Last year, there were 5 matches during the night. And the year before was 7. Now only 4. 2 of which will be ladder matches for those cash-ins. Again, alleged quality over quantity. How so very un-Angelino-like. But still, a nice inauguration into the wrestling arena brotherhood for the new home of the Clippers. So let's get ranking and banking. Here are my predictions for Money in the Bank, Los Angeles. First, rematch for the Women's Intercontinental title. Lyra Valkyria defends against Becky Lynch. If Becky wins, Valkyria will have to raise her hand and proclaim her the better woman. Otherwise, Lynch never gets a shot at that title until Valkyria loses it to someone else. Honestly, I thought Lynch would be going after the Women's World title instead of a secondary title. I mean, she won the Triple Crown. Why a step backwards? Is she gunning for all 7 women's titles before leaving for good? Well, that being said, Valkyria did luck out last time, so maybe this is where her luck runs out. Winner and new champ, Becky Lynch. World Heavyweight Champ Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus WWE Champ John Cena and Logan Paul. Now, at first I thought this was a ridiculous team-up. I mean, when did John Cena see anything of himself in Logan Paul? Granted, he's a good competitor, but on Cena's level? On top of that, didn't Cena cost Paul the world title on Saturday Night's Main Event after Cena put R-Truth down for good? Why would Paul be on his side? Then again, why should Rhodes be on Uso's side after all the hell Uso put him through during the Bloodline era? Didn't Uso help cost Rhodes the title at WrestleMania 39? Why should they trust each other? So yeah, a bit weird at first, but seeing the two teams act cohesive over the last 2 weeks helped matters, and now I think this will be a good match. But since Cena and Paul jumped Uso and Rhodes on SmackDown, we can pretty much guess the victors. Winners are Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Winner gets a women's title match anytime in the next 365 days. And mind you, every cash-in has been successful for the women, all 7 of them. The 8th was actually Asuka winning the title in 2020. But then again, the first 10 cash-ins for the men were successful, so maybe a miss for the Miz is due? Anyway, now that Julia and Vaquer are officially on the main rosters, I can't dismiss them for being NXT people. I don't think Julia will win it, though. I mean, she did win the Iron Survivor, but Vaquer took the title from her. I still count Perez as a tag teamer, so no dice for her. Bliss and Naomi? Yeah. Which leaves Rhea Ripley. Sure, true, I'm sure she'd like the title she never lost, but maybe this will be the first loss in a women's cash-in. Either way, primary pick is Rhea Ripley, secondary is Stephanie Vaquer, and I'll explain why in a minute. Finally, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Winner gets a men's title shot at their discretion. Now, I see this as half main eventers and half mid-carders, and ironically, the mid-carders are all luchadors. Penta and Andrade really have no fear in their souls, but that could be their weakness. They'll do anything and everything to get the win, but that will only end up hurting themselves. And in a ladder match, that kind of hurt can last a long time. It seems almost obvious that a main eventer will win the match, but after what Solo Sikoa said to C. Mateo about Jacob Fatu, you honestly think Fatu will allow Sikoa to win? He's been carrying what's left of the bloodline ever since he won the U.S. title, and he'll be damned if he lets Baby Uso usurp him. Now, this is home field advantage for L.A. Knight, yeah, but as was shown by Randy Orton in the last PLE, that's not always a good thing. And of course, Seth frickin' Rollins has the bronze to go with his brains and Paul Heyman's, and being a no DQ match, I'm sure Breakker and Reed will assist him, but as a secondary pick, think about this. Chad Gable will be at Worlds Collide to try and fail to get the Mega Championship, and then he has to drive across town and get his mask on as El Grande Americano for this ladder match. Don't you think that maybe Triple H would reward him for pulling double duty? And yes, that's exactly why I picked Vaquer as a secondary for the women's match. So, primary pick is Seth frickin' Rollins, but secondary is El Grande Americano. Wouldn't shock me in the least. Those are my picks. It's not that hot in LA tonight, but it'll be alright. I'm Chris Wolvie, the Wrestling Vlog, who always tells it like it is. Pray for peace, and I'll see you